Have you ever watched someone walk into a room and instantly command respect before they even say a single word? Conversely, have you ever met someone who is incredibly smart, highly capable, and hard-working? Yet they are constantly ignored, talked over, and treated like a subordinate? The brutal truth of human psychology is that people do not judge you by your character, your resume, or your intentions. Before you even open your mouth, the primitive part of their brain has already scanned you, categorized you, and decided exactly how much respect you deserve. It is called subconscious signaling. You are constantly broadcasting your level of confidence, anxiety, and power through micromovements you do not even know you are making. Today, we are going to expose the dark psychology of body language. I am going to show you for subconscious physical mistakes that are actively destroying your authority, and the exact psychological hacks you can use to rewire your physical presence and command respect. Welcome to the 1% mindset. Let us dive in. To understand why your body betrays you, we have to look at evolutionary biology. Millions of years ago, if a human was attacked by a predator or an alpha, the most vulnerable part of their body was the neck, the jugular vein. When you feel anxious, intimidated, or insecure, your brain still reacts as if you are under physical attack. Your subconscious immediately tries to protect your neck. How does it do this? By raising your shoulders toward your ears and tucking your chin down. In behavioral psychology, this is called the turtle reflex. You think you are just slouching. The world sees someone preparing to be attacked. Let us look at a real-life example. You are in a performance review with a boss who intimidates you. Without realizing it, your shoulders slowly creep up, your head comes down, and you physically shrink. To your boss's primal brain, you are waving a massive white flag. You are signaling submission. You are telling them, you are the predator, and I am the prey. You cannot fix your posture by just sitting up straight, because anxiety will always pull your shoulders back up. Instead, use a physical trigger. Every single time you walk through a doorway, use that frame as a mental cue to forcefully drop your shoulders as far down as they can go and pull your shoulder blades together. Expose your neck. By forcing your body into a position of vulnerability, you actually trick your brain into shutting off its cortisol production. You will physically feel calmer, and you will project absolute authority. Former FBI body language expert Joe Navarro spent decades interrogating criminals. He discovered that when people are under extreme stress or feel entirely out of their depth, they engage in something called pacifying behaviors. When your brain experiences a spike in anxiety, it needs to release that nervous energy. So, it commands your hands to self-soothe. You start touching your face. You rub your arms. You tap your foot. You adjust your collar or fix your hair even though it does not need fixing. You think these are just meaningless habits? But in the world of high-status communication, this is called an energy leak. Let us imagine you are pitching an idea to a group of investors or your executive team. Your pitch is brilliant, the data is flawless, but while you are talking, you are constantly shifting your weight, touching your chin, and playing with your watch. The people listening will not remember your data. Their subconscious will only register one thing. This person does not believe what they are saying. Powerful people do not leak energy. They contain it. When you are in a high-stakes situation, you must give your hands an anchor point. If you are standing, lightly clasp your hands behind your back or rest them loosely at your sides. If you are sitting, place your hands flat on the table in front of you or steeple your fingers together and freeze. Do not move them. Stilling your hands projects a terrifying level of self-control. It tells the room that you are completely undisturbed by the pressure. This next mistake is the most controversial on this list, and it is the one that destroys the authority of nice people. Society teaches us that smiling and nodding is polite. It shows we are listening, right? Wrong. In the animal kingdom, particularly among primates, baring your teeth in a wide smile is not always a sign of happiness. It is often a fear grimace. It is a biological signal used by low-ranking members of a tribe to tell the alpha, "I am not a threat to you. Please do not hurt me." Human beings do the exact same thing. When you are talking to someone you perceive as higher status, a wealthy client, an attractive person, or a strict manager, you will naturally start to over-smile and excessively nod your head in agreement while they speak. Psychologically, this is devastating to your perceived value. By constantly nodding and smiling at every single sentence they say, you are begging for their approval. You are placing them on a pedestal and, by definition, placing yourself beneath them. Stop performing for other people. The next time someone is speaking to you, hold your head perfectly still. Maintain steady, relaxed eye contact. Do not smile unless they say something genuinely funny. Do not nod unless you strongly agree with a major point. When you react less, your reactions become infinitely more valuable. People will subconsciously start working harder to earn your smile and your approval, completely flipping the power dynamic of the relationship. Power is intrinsically linked to territory. The more power a person has, the more physical space they feel entitled to take up. When people feel weak, inadequate, or intimidated, they commit the space collapse. They cross their arms tightly over their chest to create a physical barrier. They cross their legs. They glue their elbows to their ribs. They literally try to shrink their physical footprint so they can disappear into the background. When you collapse your space, you are signaling to everyone in the room that you do not believe you deserve to be there. You must consciously claim your territory. When you sit down in a chair, do not fold inward. Put your arms on the armrests. Leave a few inches of space between your elbows and your ribs. Keep your feet planted firmly on the ground, shoulder width apart. When you stand, stand wide. You do not need to be arrogant or aggressively man-spread. You simply need to take up the exact amount of space that belongs to you without apologizing for it. When you expand your physical posture, your brain responds by flooding your body with testosterone, the hormone of dominance. At the same time, it is lowering your stress hormones. Your body language is a continuous broadcast of your internal value. Right now, your biological reflexes might be broadcasting weakness. But the beautiful thing about psychology is that it works in reverse. By changing your physical posture, you can actually rewire your brain to become the powerful person you are pretending to be. So, here is your 24-hour challenge. Every time you walk through a door, drop your shoulders. When you sit in a meeting, freeze your hands and stop leaking energy. Stop nodding and smiling like a subordinate and claim your physical space. Watch how the world reacts to you. People will naturally step out of your way. They will listen when you speak. You will stop asking for respect, and you will start commanding it. If you are serious about leveling up your life and mastering the dark psychology of human dynamics, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We decode the hidden rules of the 1% every single week. Stand tall. Stay powerful. I will see you in the next one.